This morning on DC News Now, a 5-year-old girl shot in Southeast DC.
This incident really highlights the danger of unsecured firearms in homes and especially around children.
Police urging gun safety as she remains in critical condition. Warm weather returns to the DMV with highs stretching to the 60s. More clouds and rain chances are back with us tomorrow, but temperatures fall into the weekend. Holiday shoppers on edge in Maryland. A smash and grab at a busy mall, leaving neighbors in shock. DC's council votes to expel Trayon White.
This is quintessential corruption.
White supporters sticking by the Ward 8 council member.
We went out to the polls to vote for Trayon White.
Plus, the district hits the ice. Winter fun for the whole family right in downtown DC.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning and thanks for starting your Tuesday with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And I'm Shanika Grimshaw in for Corey James this morning. We'll have some traffic updates later, but first, weather. We need to talk about 50s, 60s right now?
Yeah, 50s out there right now.
Yeah, but don't get too happy, right? It's not going to last too long.
No. Yeah, we're going to be trending cooler to round out the week. So yeah, today will be the warmest day out of the work week, and this is a view of those current temperatures right now. Starting off 54 degrees in DC. It's a little bit cooler though, farther off towards the north, up towards Hagerstown, Martinsburg, or those middle 30s, and that's where we're starting off with some reduced visibility because of some patchy dense fog in both of those areas. So out there this morning, yeah, we have the cloud cover and some of that fog, but eventually we'll notice more of that sunshine breaking out later on today with those high temperatures varying to the upper 50s to lower 60s. So yeah, get outside and enjoy it because tomorrow it's right back to more clouds and also more rain chances. So heads up about that as we look ahead towards the day tomorrow. But like I mentioned, out there for the day today, we're talking upper 50s to low 60s for your Tuesday afternoon. But yeah, this is the warmest day this week, and then it's going to be even colder this weekend. I'll have more details on that coming up in just a few minutes. Thank you, Jackie. Well, a 5-year-old girl is recovering in the hospital after police say she was shot by her 3-year-old brother in Southwest.
Yeah, DC News Now's Yamari Sase. She's live where it all happened. Good morning, Yamari. What do we know at this hour?
Yeah, just an unfortunate situation. A 3-year-old little boy got his hands on a gun around that apartment and then actually shot his little sister. This happened right here at these apartment complexes on Galveston Street in Southwest DC. Now, police arrived on the scene around 6:30 last night and found the 5-year-old girl shot. They rendered aid and rushed her to the hospital. Her injuries are serious. Now, police say both children were being cared for by a family friend when it all happened, and the 3-year-old boy got access to an unsecured gun and shot the little girl. Now, the family friend was arrested and charged with cruelty to children, and also the sister of the little girl, she was also arrested for assaulting a special police officer on the scene. Now, DC Police Chief Pamela Smith says adults need to have their guns stored in a safe location away from kids.
It's such an unfortunate incident, and I think we talk about gun safety. We cannot talk about gun safety enough. And, you know, again, when we have firearms in our homes, there's an expectation that we are to keep our firearms locked up, and especially away from our young children.
Now, obviously, the big question is, how did this 3-year-old boy get access to an unsecured gun? And police say that's all part of the investigations. We're going to continue to follow this story and bring you the latest. For now, reporting in Southwest DC, I'm Yamari Sase. Back to you guys.
All right, Yamari, thank you. Many questions there. Turning now to Wisconsin, 3 people, including the shooter, are dead, and 6 others are hurt after a shooting at a Christian school. This happened yesterday at Abundant Life Christian School in Madison. A teacher and a student have been identified as the victims. Police saying 15-year-old Natalie Rupnow was the shooter. They believe Rupnow died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. One mom saying she's heartbroken to see her daughter had to live through a tragedy like this.
I bring my daughter to school knowing well that this happens in the world, that people are struggling, and I pray for my daughter's safety. I pray for the entire school safety. I pray for the hearts of the students, the teachers, the staff members. It's a very real thing.
Investigators believe it was a 2nd grader who made that initial 911 call for the shooting. Police saying this is a tragedy that will forever change the lives of families in Madison.
Every child, every person in that building is a victim and will be a victim forever. And these types of trauma don't just go away.
White House releasing a statement on the shooting. President Biden saying, quote, "We need Congress to act now. It is unacceptable that we're unable to protect our children from this scourge of gun violence. We cannot continue to accept it as normal. Every child deserves to feel safe in their classroom." And right here in the DMV, Virginia's Loudoun County Public Schools released a statement, writing in part, what should be a season of joy has instead been shattered by loss. On behalf of Loudoun County Public Schools, we extend our deepest condolences to the Abundant Life Christian School and Madison communities during this devastating time.
Your time right now is 6:05. The Herndon man accused of killing his wife and another man inside of his home now facing child abuse charges. Investigators say Brendan Banfield's 4-year-old daughter was inside the home at the time of the crimes. Now they say he killed his wife and another man with the help of the family's au pair, who he was allegedly having an affair with. The grand jury indicted Banfield on 1 count of felony child abuse and neglect and 1 count of felony child cruelty. Now that is in addition to the aggravated murder charge he's already facing. His trial is set for February. And new details in the investigation into the Montgomery County mother who allegedly drowned her 3-month-old daughter earlier this month. Now, Mackenzie Colgan was deemed incompetent to stand trial. The 37-year-old was charged with first-degree murder. Now, this ruling comes after Colgan underwent a mental health evaluation in the days following her first court appearance. And Ward 8 Councilmember Trayon White could lose his seat in the D.C. Council.
Yeah, unanimous vote by a council committee yesterday. They supported a recommendation to expel White. This all comes as a law firm released a report on their investigation on White last week. The report found evidence that White violated D.C. Council rules. Before the council meeting, White made a brief statement about the council's potential vote.
Has to make a decision, but I do also want to say that just last month, over 20,000 people in Ward 8 decided that they wanted me to be their council member. So we're sticking to that.
Yesterday's vote was not the final. There will be a public hearing next month, and in February, there'll likely be a vote to determine his future in the council.
Well, the Virginia General Assembly is prepping for its priorities for the new year, with both sides detailing plans to help families. Governor Youngkin wants the Commonwealth to become the first state to end taxes on tips for workers, which would benefit about 250,000 people who currently work in the industry.
Is a gift for your service. I don't think the government needs to be in it at all.
That's really going to make a difference in all of our lives. Definitely add a lot to our pocket. It's going to be nice, life-changing.
Meantime, Democrats unveiled legislation to help parents by expanding Medicaid coverage to pay for diapers and other baby supplies. Well, time is running out for TikTok.
Yeah, unless its parent company is sold to an American company. TikTok will be banned in the U.S. in just over a month. ByteDance now filing an emergency appeal asking the High Court to block the law banning the app. Last Friday, a panel of federal judges denied an emergency plea to block the law. Without a court-ordered freeze, app stores would have to stop offering the app or face hefty fines. That ban date for TikTok would be January 19th, just 1 day before the inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump. And he says he may interfere in the banning of the app.
We'll take a look at TikTok. You know, I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok because I won youth by 34 points.
Content creators on the platform and some of the app's more than 170 million American users are expected to file their own plea to save the app.
And drones spotted in the night sky over the East Coast have sparked questions about what they are and where they're coming from. Lawmakers and the incoming president say the government needs to provide more answers. Washington correspondent Maddie Beartemple has the latest on what we know about these sightings.
People have a lot of unanswered questions. What the heck are they?
Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer is trying to get those answers. He's asked the Department of Homeland Security to implement a drone detection system, and he's proposing legislation
that says that our local authorities can also be involved in sighting and finding out what the drones are.
That's similar to Pennsylvania Congresswoman Chrissy Houlihan's countering drones bill that she wants to be included in the latest spending package. Massachusetts Senator Ed Markey says the government needs to be more forthcoming.
We have 330 million Americans that just want to know the answer.
The FBI said over the weekend that some sightings match with the approach patterns of planes landing at major airports.
Some of those drone sightings are, in fact, drones. Some are manned aircraft that are commonly mistaken for drones.
Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas said Sunday on ABC's This Week there's no national security threat right now.
We know of no foreign involvement, and we are vigilant in investigating this matter.
But the sightings are still causing concern.
I think maybe I won't spend the weekend in Bedminster. I've decided to cancel my trip.
President-elect Donald Trump blames the current administration for a lack of information.
Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people, and they should.
The FBI says they've received about 5,000 tips regarding the drones, and fewer than 100 have been deemed worth investigating. In Washington, I'm Maddie Biertemple.
And drone experts saying that it can be tough to identify them from miles away. A light in the sky can be easily misinterpreted, according to John Slaughter, the director of the Unmanned Aircraft Systems Research and Operations Center at the University of Maryland.
Drones are smaller still, so typically the pitch of the noise that they're creating is often quite high, although it varies. And but the other characteristic of this is that the higher the pitch, the less distance you're going to hear it from.
Experts also want you to know that planes and helicopters both have flashing red anti-collision lights. Now, drones are only required to have bright anti-collision lights that are visible 3 miles away. All right, 6:11 now on a Tuesday. The holiday season means lots of discounts on cars.
Yeah, lots of them. After the break, hear from experts on how to see if you're really getting the real deal on that used car. And the Commanders giving back, how the team's star QB is spreading holiday cheer in Prince George's County.
But first, we are taking a live look outside. Jackie, people can expect a warmer start to their morning.
Yeah, we're already starting off with temperatures in the 50s for much of the area. And later on today, we'll see quite a few 60s on our high temperature map. More details on how much longer this nice warm weather will be sticking around. That's all right after the break.